Yo, what is up, you guys? Today we're going to be doing a video of a genre that I haven't done before, but of a genre that I've been wanting to do for a long time. I guess you could call it genre. We're going to be doing a Fortnite leaks video. I guess not really leaks for this one specifically, but just information on the Fortnite Apple lawsuit that's going on right now. So the website that I used for this video in particular is fortniteintel.com. I will put the link for them in the description. But basically this article says, the judge in the Apple vs. Epic Games case has prevented the App Store from blocking Unreal Engine games, but Apple won't be forced to put Fortnite back. Judge Yvonne Gonzalez Rogers denied Epic's preliminary injunction that would force Apple to put Fortnite back on the App Store while the case goes on. However, the judge did grant their other injunction, which stops Apple from banning apps made with Unreal Engine, which Epic owns and makes. You can see the full decision here, and sorry, but I'm not gonna click on that link because that will just be all of the stuff on the official decision made by the judge, and not as much as what we're trying to get into. That means that unless Epic decides to remove the direct payment method for V-Bucks, which started this whole legal battle, we won't see Fortnite back on iOS, at least until the trial is over. Then the next part of the article says, the decision to keep Unreal Engine protected, though, is to stop the dispute between Apple and Epic, creating havoc for bystanders, aka other developers involved in the litigation who just happened to use Unreal Engine. In a statement, Epic said, Epic Games is grateful that Apple will continue to be barred from retaliating against Unreal Engine and our game development customers as the litigation, I'm honestly not sure how to say that word, continues. We will continue to develop for iOS and Mac under the court's protection. We will pursue all avenues to end Epic's anti-competitive behavior. Will Fortnite be banned in the US after 10-cent investigation? Now, that may be a video for another time. It did pop up in this article, but for now we will still be focusing mainly on this one. Apple, on the other hand, said, we are grateful the court recognizes Apple's actions were not in the best interest of its own customers, and that any problems they may have encountered were of their own making when they reached their agreement. The trial will commence in May 2021, when some sort of resolution to this case will hopefully be resolved. Until then, Fortnite won't be on iPhones or iPads. That much is certain. So, basically what this is saying, guys, is that the ban is most likely going to continue until the case is resolved, and if Apple does not decide or the court does not rule that Epic should be allowed to have Fortnite back in Apple stores, then it won't ever be back. But basically this is saying that there's basically no chance of getting Fortnite back until then. So as of now, for all of you mobile players, because I know there's other app stores that have done the same thing in retaliation against the new direct payment method that Epic installed to Fortnite, then you guys are just gonna have to sit tight and wait for this to be resolved. But as of right now, there isn't an end in sight, at least not a known or obvious one. So we still have no clue when this case will end, and I mean that's really it. So some other small parts I want to look at that are little that are like kind of little hints is the fact that Epic said, we will pursue all avenues to end Apple's anti-competitive behavior. Now, this kind of makes it seem, I may be the only person who has this take on this, but it kind of makes it seem as though this case right here is, they're going to try and make it, sorry about that noise, I hit my mic. They're going to try and make it seem like Apple is trying to sue Fortnite because they are losing money because of Fortnite's actions, and not as much as because of they voided their agreement. Now that is something we will look at here in a second. The actual agreement that they are referring to. We're gonna try and find that and figure out what is it that Apple or Epic, could possibly voiding on that agreement that is causing all this. Because I understand that they're upset about losing money, but they continuously keep talking about this agreement. They're avoiding their agreement. That's why we're suing them. They shouldn't be doing this. They're avoiding their agreement. So we're gonna look into this agreement a little more and try and figure out what agreement or contract that Epic signed that is causing this whole debate, this whole lawsuit. And another part is the fact that Apple said that they breached agreement, which is what I was just talking about now. So we're gonna look into that, and let's start that now and try and figure out what it is that is so important about this agreement, and what is this agreement legitimate, or is it something that Apple, I'm really getting them confused now, is using to make it seem like Epic did something worse than they actually did. Make it seem like this was truly illegal and not just a decision to make their players be more willing to buy from them and get themselves more money. Or is Apple just simply, like Epic said, being just being against the competitive nature and trying to stop this in order to make money? Because, I mean, like I was saying just now, like, they could really just be saying agreement and there's no agreement at all. It could just be something that they're saying to make it seem like I said, Epic is really doing something illegal. But as far as we know, this could be perfectly legal, which is why I wanted to look into this to not only let you guys know, but to figure it out for myself. Is this really illegal, or is it just simply competitive? And Apple is, I'm not gonna say discriminating. That's a strong word, and that's not really what they're doing. But like, Apple's kind of being petty. Like, they lose because they're literally taking a percentage of Epic's money and giving it to themselves. And I know that Epic won't lose any money, but they're making Epic players, people who play games on Epic and Unreal Engines, as was discussed in the lawsuit, pay extra, more than is necessary, more than is needed. And it's just basically like stealing if it is not part of their agreement, which is why we gotta look into this. So let's just go ahead and start looking into it, guys, and figure out what this agreement is. So let's do that now. I feel like this is something that a lot of people have overlooked. That is like really the biggest part of this. If it isn't final, then once the court realizes that this is just something petty based solely on money and not on any legal void, then I mean, it's gonna be pretty hard for Apple to win this lawsuit. So let's look at this. Alright guys, so I cannot find anything on this contract. I'm guessing it is going to be something that only the people in charge or heading the case and people who work for either Epic or Apple will be in charge of. So I guess we may have to wait for a leaker to leak the contract, if that is possible, but I'm sure that it's kept basically under lock and key, or have to wait for them to release the contract as evidence in the case, either side, to use it as evidence in the case. So I will update you guys on this as often as possible, and hope you guys enjoyed it. Tell me if you guys want more leak videos like this, or I guess this one wasn't leaks, but more videos like this. And I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.